It was supposed to be just a guy's trip, 5 of us. No plans, no drama, just the open road and a remote cabin by a lake. We wanted an escape, a break from work, relationships, and life. None of us expected the trip to change the way it did. The cabin was deep in the woods, far from the nearest town. It was perfect quiet, isolated, surrounded by towering trees and a breathtaking view of the lake. The first night, we grilled, played cards, and laughed until our stomachs hurt. Then, just past midnight, everything changed. I stepped outside for some air, and that's when I saw her. She stood by the lake, her silhouette glowing in the moonlight. She was beautiful, almost surreal, her dark hair flowing with the wind. "You shouldn't be here," she said, her voice soft but firm. I frowned. "UH. We rented the cabin?" She smiled, but there was sadness in her eyes. "Not the cabin. Here, this place remembers love and loss." A strange chill ran through me. Before I could ask what she meant, she turned and disappeared into the trees. The next morning, I told my friends. Hamza laughed it off. "You sure you weren't just dreaming?" Rayan, the skeptic, shook his head. "I heard whispers last night too, man. Something feels off." That afternoon, I went back to the lake alone. That's when I found it a small wooden box buried near the shore. Inside was an old letter, ink faded but still legible. I waited, but you never came back. The lake never forgets. A breeze swept through the trees, and suddenly she was standing there again. "You found it," she whispered. "Who are you?" I asked. She tilted her head. "Don't you remember?" A flood of emotions hit me, memories that weren't mine but felt real. A love story unfinished, a promise broken, a goodbye that never happened. I gasped, "This isn't possible." She smiled, stepping closer. "The lake chooses who stays and who leaves." And then, just like that, she was gone. The next morning, we packed up and left. The others never saw her. They still think I imagined it.